Curtain. A soft light illuminates the masked figure.
Enter the mask, the best actress of the century. She does not cry, she does not beg, she does not ask for caresses. She shrugs and laughs through clenched teeth like an invincible heroine. Applause, applause. But the audience doesn't see what's behind that mask. Underneath, a small hurricane of emotions that stirs. Am I enough? Am I acting well? An inner voice can be heard crying, "Please, someone give me a hug." But outside, a sculpted and perfect smile. And yet, the mask has its advantages. You can hide everything. A bad day, no one will ever know. A small humiliation, back straight and smile. But be careful, because masks have a flaw. Every now and then they slip, and behind them a dark circle or a held-back tear appears. And there, the curtain falls.
The scene shifts to a golden pedestal.
Ah, greatness. I don't want help. I want adoration. I don't want caresses. I want a statue erected for me, possibly golden and at least 20 feet tall. That's how one escapes torment, by turning into an idol. And what kind of idol would I be if I didn't have an aura of perfection around me? But then comes the moment when someone walks past the pedestal and trips. And you, golden idol, fall with a thud. You get up, dust yourself off, and say, "I fell gracefully, didn't I? What a memorable sight." But deep down, you think, maybe the pedestal wasn't that solid, and maybe I wasn't either.
An open field. Someone runs desperately. Torments chase him.
Run away from torment, but be careful. They are very fast. No matter how much you run, they are always one step ahead, ready to remind you of your stupidest mistakes at the most inopportune moment. And the funny thing? When you finally stop to catch your breath, the torments sit down next to you, friendly, and start chatting. "Hey, do you have time to reminisce about that embarrassing episode from 5 years ago? I don't want to bother you, but you seemed bored." And you think, "But why didn't I learn to run faster, maybe with the right shoes?" But then you realize that you don't need shoes. The torments travel in your mind, and that is a battlefield with no escape.
A cozy living room. A steaming cup of tea. Someone watching the scene with disgust.
Oh, normality, how horrible. A life full of normal things like simple happiness or sincere hugs. Come on. Where are the existential crises, the dramatic monologues, the applause of the imaginary audience? Yet, every now and then, normality tries to seduce you. It offers you a moment of peace, a genuine smile. But you reject it because you think, how boring. A quiet existence, better a beautiful drama in 3 acts, with tears, lightning, and the audience pining for me. But then, in the evening, you realize that that normality is not so bad. Maybe a sincere hug is better than an imaginary applause. Maybe.
A solitary character, surrounded by signs saying I can do it alone, and I don't need anyone.
Independence, the flag of modern strength. No one must know that sometimes I need help. Imagine if someone finds out that I cried in front of the fridge because I couldn't find the jar of jam. And so, to keep up the myth, you learn to do everything yourself. You sign up for cooking classes, carpentry classes, yoga classes to unwind after all that work. And at the end of the day, you look at your tidy house, dinner ready, and you think, "Awesome! I'm a multifunctional robot!" But then you realize that something is missing, someone to share that jam with.
A character sitting at a desk, surrounded by mountains of untouched paperwork.
Here's another great skill in my repertoire: heroic procrastination. It's not that I don't want to do things, it's that I'm preparing them in my mind. Yes, exactly. I'm working with my imagination, and my thought is a masterpiece in progress. And when the time comes to act, you feel like a director who has to shoot the most important film of his life, but he has lost the script. And so you put it off again, waiting for divine inspiration. But the inspiration does not come, and you continue to imagine.
A figure is busy organizing every little detail of his day.
Control is the key to success, but it's also the key to slowly going crazy. Because no matter how much you plan, something will go wrong. Life is like that. It loves to ruin your perfect plans. And then you find yourself fighting against the unexpected, like a knight against an invisible dragon. But the dragon is clever. It always surprises you when you are at your most vulnerable, like when you have just put dinner in the oven and bang, the power goes out.
A character looks at the sky as if waiting for a divine revelation.
All I want is to be understood. That's not too much to ask, is it? Yet every time I try to explain myself, it sounds like I'm speaking an alien language. Others nod, but deep down I know they're thinking, what is he saying? And so you take refuge in internal monologues where everything is clear and perfect. You are an incomprehensible genius, an underrated poet. But then comes the doubt. What if I am the one who doesn't understand others? And there, the drama begins again. And finally, here we are, a mix of masks, torments, and desires for grandeur, a complex tragicomic character struggling to find a balance between chaos and serenity. But in the end, who are we without a little irony? Maybe we are all protagonists of the same great satire.